Shalom, 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 family. First off, I want to give a call out Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, to the Most High for leading us into another Wednesday Night Warriors class. I want to give a shout out to the late elders that's been pushing this truth for decades, motivating me to keep pushing this truth, not being faint-hearted and being a soldier for the Most High. All right, I want to give a mighty shout out to the Battle Axes captains for kind of raising me up in this thing. All right, the captain's water, but the Lord gave the increase. Right. I want to give a mighty shout out to we got who was that? Obviously Yaakov in Battle Axe Memphis. Got brother Ray up there in Battle Axe Minnesota. Brother Jonathan up there. All right, brother Ocean threw me out. Shalom, shalom. I just want to give a mighty shalom to all of not the Battle Axes, but all the Israelites out here, all camps, man, because we're all one body. Thus says the Lord, man. All right, all the mighty brothers that's pushing the truth out here, all the leaders that's all over Israel, and all the mighty soldiers out here, and all the Israelite women that's out here cooking, cleaning, exhorting the ministry. All right, sowing, right? All praise to the Most High. Who got in the chat? Let me do a shout out in the chat real quick. All right, the guy y'all call. Sister Najala, Shalom, Sister Sapphire. Sister Kiana, Sister Mary Houston down there in H-Town, Sister Heaven Hound up in here, Brother Dio of Israel, all right, Texas BB Alley, Texas Baby Alley, all right, and Sister Genesis down here. All right, shalom, shalom to everybody that's tuning in. All right, today's class is titled Knocking Off That Old Man. All right, Passover edition. All right, so it's going to be a lot of Passover classes coming out, and I just thought the Lord put it on my spirit to do another Passover class, man, because right now, we're supposed to be getting our mind ready to go into the new year, man. And this is a very serious thing, man. All right. This is a time of refreshing, man. Right? We have all these wonderful signs and wonders that's going on at this time of year. At the same time as the eclipse, it's the same time as the new moon and the new year. All right. So I'm just saying, man, hey, and that's a sign of the Most High that, hey, we need to get our stuff together, man. The rest of the world looking at the eclipse like it's just some, they're kind of bowing down to it, man. All right. But as Israelites, we really know what's going on, man. This is a sign of the great awakening, and the era of the next kingdom is coming in, man. All right. So with that, we're finna go ahead and jump straight into the class. Let's start off with 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. Why I ain't got my Bible? Tripping. 1 Corinthians chapter 2. All right. And verse number 14, Slack family. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Let me get that. Yeah, I had to take it out the holster because we was running kind of late, family, because I really meant to be started by 7:30, but I got stuck in some bad traffic down here in Dallas, man. So, yeah, just bear with us, y'all. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. Who else get that?
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God.
Read that again.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God.
Because the natural man, they don't understand the true meaning of the scriptures, man. All right, we have brothers and sisters, they pull scriptures and they know precepts, but they have to understand that every scripture, there's a carnal side and there's also a spiritual side to it. All right, it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God. Read.
For they are foolishness unto him.
Because it's foolishness unto a carnal man. All right. And they only reading scriptures at face value, man. All right. So we got to kind of examine ourselves on that. Read.
Neither can he know them. Because they are spiritually discerned.
Because you're spiritually discerned, man. So this is a time for all of us. We have to we want to enlighten our spirits, man. All right, coming into this Passover, man. All right, we really want to shake off this flesh, off of this filthy flesh. Hey, throughout this year, we've all picked up something dirty. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's every year, man. We're gonna pick up something, but make sure you shaking that off coming into the Passover. Make sure you knocking that off and then not going back to that. All right, but read
verse 15. But he that is spiritual, judgeth all things.
But he that is spiritual judges all things. Read.
Yet he himself is judged of no man.
Read.
For who had known the mind of the Lord?
You know what? Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and start at verse 1.
Verse 1 of 1 Corinthians chapter 2.
And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God.
Read.
For I determined not to know anything among you, save Yahushua and him crucified.
Read.
And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling.
Read.
And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom.
With enticing words of man's wisdom. All right, the things and the philosophies that we picked up out of this world, but read.
But in demonstration of the spirit and of power.
Of the spirit of the power. All right. In like I say, these scriptures, there's a spirit that's behind these scriptures, man. All right. Read.
That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery.
In the mystery, because the wisdom of God is a mystery, man. All right. Like I say, I'm gonna say it again. We can't read these scriptures at face value. Everything in this book is spiritual. All right. All the laws that the Lord has to keep, there's a spiritual meaning behind all of it. All right. Read.
Even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory.
Read.
Which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Jump down to verse 10.
Verse 10. But God had revealed them unto us by his spirit.
Read.
For the spirit searcheth all things.
Because the spirit searcheth all things, man. All right. So we have to make sure. I'm just saying, it's been a lot of things going on lately. I know everybody's been going through things lately, man. All right. Hey, sometimes we use these scriptures to fulfill the lust of our flesh, man. All right. And that's another reason why I'm bringing out this segment before we go into the Passover segment. All right. We read.
Yea, the deep things of God. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man.
Save the spirit of man. Read.
Which is in him. Even so, the things of God knoweth no man.
All right. Read.
But the spirit of God.
So you have to really be keeping the commandments to understand these scriptures, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people, they quote scriptures and they quote precepts, but they're not really living within them. Like I say, they're using scriptures to fulfill the lust of their flesh and not looking at the spiritual side of the precepts, man. All right, we'll go ahead and read 12.
Verse 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God.
Read.
Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Ghost teaches.
Which the Holy Ghost teaches, man. Because a lot of people, I'm saying, this is another point I want to make. We can't mix the things that we learned in this world with this truth, man. All right. We can't take things that we, taught growing up. A lot of brothers and sisters think they got game and they try to come into the truth with their worldly knowledge, man. All right. Read.
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
So we have to compare spiritual things with spiritual. Read.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him.
Because they are foolishness unto the natural man. Read.
Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
They are spiritually discerned. All right. Go to Romans chapter 7 and verse 14 real quick. Get a quick precept on spiritual, man. All right. Get a quick precept on spiritual. All right. And y'all and your brothers and sisters should have this precept, man. Hey, because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of y'all family members like to use words like spiritual. Well, you have to show them what spiritual means. If they're really spiritual, what is spiritual? Go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
That the what is spiritual?
That the law is spiritual.
Hey, the law is spiritual, man. All right, we have to be keeping the commandments. All right, that's what's spiritual. All right, that's what's spiritual and righteous. Because you got wicked spirituality too, man. All right, but we know the law is spiritual. All right, that's it on that.
No.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
But we are carnal, sold under sin, sold unto sin. Salaki. All right, so we got to kind of examine ourselves daily, man, and we have to knock off that old man daily, man. All right. Go ahead and read 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 16. That's the last part of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 16.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 16. Who had known the mind of the Lord?
But who have known the mind of the Lord? Read.
That he may instruct him. But we have the mind of Christ.
But we have the mind of Christ. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, this is the time of year coming into Passover. We need to take this time to examine ourselves, man. All right. And make sure that we on the same accord as Christ. All right. I'm going to say this again because a lot of us, we trying to fulfill the lust of our flesh in this world, man. All right. And not having it's not on the same page as Yahushua, man. All right. Let's move on. Let's get into this Passover thing. All right. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12. Right now, everybody around this time of year, you should be reading Exodus. Okay. Everybody should be reading Exodus. All right. Coming into this Passover. We should be preparing our minds, just like New Year's. Y'all remember how we used to get ready for New Year's? Talk about all the resolutions that we're gonna do. We were prepping ourselves for New Year's. Well, this is the real New Year's. It's not Esau New Year's, man. All right, and we're doing this for the Lord, man.
Cooking stanky chilies and black eyed peas and neck bones.
Right, doing all that abomination, and we was doing all that abomination wholeheartedly, man. All right, so if we in this truth, man, hey, let's use that same energy, man. Let's use that same energy. Quick story. All right. So I remember right before I got to the truth, I had just started practicing Islam. All right. I always wondered why. Okay, well, how come? But I've always read the Bible. But why does the Quran have the same prophets? All right. And so I finally got this is a Nigerian man that he started teaching me. All right. And I'm up, I'm praying damn 5 damn times a day, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to pray and doing all these things. All right. And man, and I felt something coming, man. The Lord snatched me out of Islam so fast. I mean, but I felt like something was about to happen, man. And the Lord showed me like the truth, man. All right. So one thing I thought about, all that effort that I was putting into Islam, I'm talking about learning all that Arabic. I was learning a lot of Arabic and learning a lot of them scriptures like in memory. All right. Now it's like, okay, I need to take that same energy and put it into the truth. This is my real nationality, man. All right. This is my true nationality, man. All right. Why am I learning Arabic? Damn, I'm a Hebrew. At least I should be learning Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? So all the things we put into this world, all the energy that we put into this world, we need to make sure we doing it for the Most High and His truth, man. And a lot of us, man, we out here tempting the Lord, man. It's been some stuff happening, man. All right, it's been some stuff happening, and we finna get into it. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 1.
Yeah, I got you. The book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Mm-hmm. It shall be the first month of the year.
So, go ahead and finish that out.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
So this is the first month of the year for the Hebrews, man. All right. This is New Year's. The beginning of Passover is the real New Year. The beginning of spring, man. All right. Read.
Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th month of this in the 10th day of this month, they shall take them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Come on, read.
Your lamb shall be without blemish.
Your lamb shall be without blemish. All right. Not only is this lamb a representation of Christ, man, this is a representation of you and how you should be, man. Right? It says your lamb should be without blemish coming into this Passover, man, coming into this new year, man. And what was lambs used for? What do we use lambs for when it came to sacrifice? Why did we sacrifice lambs? Anybody can answer this question. Why? What was the purpose of sacrificing animals? To atone for sins. You hit it right on the head, Brother Bala. All right. So we sacrifice lambs to atone for sins, man. All right. A lamb without blemish, man. All right. So this is a time of atonement and cleansing, man. coming into this Passover, and we need to be getting our minds right. Read.
Verse 5 from the top. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take up the blood and strike it on the two side posts.
So you're gonna take the blood and you're gonna strike the blood on the two side posts. Read.
And on the upper doorposts of the houses wherein they shall eat it.
All right. And you know how you say covered by the blood of the lamb? You know, we say that in Christianity all the time, but hey, I mean, we are covered by that blood, man. All right. But you know what? But man, we got to get this blood off of us, though, man. We want to, you know, we gotta be clean, man. All right. Because Christ's blood was spilled for our iniquities, man. So when Christ come back, you don't want to be drenched in his blood when you know, when he come back. And this is spiritual. This is a spiritual talk that I'm doing right now. All right. We read
verse 8. And yes, like verse 8, and they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs.
And with bitter herbs, read.
They shall eat it.
We should eat it, man. With bitter herbs. All right. And a part of the bitter herbs is to remember the bondage. All right. It's to remember the bondage that we had just went through in Egypt, man. All right. That's why we partake of the bitter herb, man. All right. You know, that you know, that lamb sweet, you know what I'm saying? The food's sweet, but hey, it's bitter in the belly also, man. So y'all got to keep this in mind. Everything is spiritual, man. All right. When you read the scriptures, you can't look at everything in face value. All right. Let's get a precept. Let's go to Exodus chapter 1 and verse 13. Y'all go to Exodus chapter 1 and verse 13. Yeah, we going back to the class halfway over already. Exodus chapter 1, verse 13. Whoever get that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
See, because the Egyptians made the Israelites serve with rigor. Read.
And they made their lives bitter.
They made their lives what?
And they made their lives bitter.
Just like right now we're in spiritual Egypt, man. And the so-called white man or the pharaoh of this nation is making our lives bitter, man. Got to get up and go to work every damn morning at 5 a.m. Me and my wife every morning. Well, every night. Hey, damn, I don't want to go to this job. Got to get up and damn slave for these damn folks every day. Right? They make our lives bitter. All these damn taxes, man. I was just watching one WFI St. Louis dude was talking. All right, you taxes on everything. You take money out of our paycheck, and then when we go to the store, you taxing us. And then at the end of the year, you take taxes from us, and then they bill you. If you made too much money, they'll bill you. Then you owe $2,000 more because you made too much money. We need more taxes out of you, man. So this place is just wicked, man. And this place is full of confusion and bitterness, man. Right? Read.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage and mortar and in brick.
And mortar and in brick. Read.
And in all matter of service in the field.
All kind of manner of service in the field. We cursed it in the field, man. All right. What's that? Deuteronomy 28 and what? 16. All right. Read.
All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
They made us serve with rigor. This is a very bitter captivity, man. And y'all got to understand we're in that bitter captivity right now, all right? So that's one reason, that's the spiritual side of eating the bitter herbs, man. So when it's Passover, come in, make sure you congregate, make sure you have your Passover lamb, and make sure that you have some bitter herb. This is a commandment. This is a commandment. This sister at my job, man. I tell my wife about this, my sister. A security guard lady, she just be lying. She like, shalom, brother. And, you know, she learning all this Hebrew. She learning Yiddish. And I'm like, sister, that's cool, but are you learning the command? Are you keeping the commandments? What are you doing for Passover? It's just going to be me and the Lord. Ain't gonna, oh no, just me, brother. Me and the Lord. I'm like, all right, the Lord told you to congregate. All right. Are you going to, what's your, you get your lamb and your bitter herb ready? All right. So, hey, we have to get ready and focus our mind coming into this new year. All right. Let's go back to Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12. You know what? Let's get Acts chapter 8 and verse 23. Let's get one more precept on bitter, all right? Because not only is this representing the bitterness of our captivity, but we finna see what else this bitterness represents and why another reason why the Lord make us eat this bitter herb. Let's get Acts chapter 8 and verse number 23. Whoever get there.
The book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 23.
For
I perceive that thou art in the gall of bitterness.
Man, we in the gall of bitterness, read.
And in the bond of iniquity.
In the bond of iniquity, man. So this bitterness, this also goes into sin, man. All right. This also goes into sin. Hey, y'all, I don't know if y'all are old enough, or man, Ocean probably old enough to remember this type things, but you know how this is one way of punishment. All right. If you curse, your parents used to put soap in your damn mouth, right? You put something bitter in your mouth for punishment. All right. So this is another reason for eating the bitter herb is to bring us back into remembrance of these damn curses too, man. And for us not to do these things, man. All right. Let's go back to Exodus.
I think he got the soap. I think he got slapped in the mouth.
Oh, he got slapped in the damn mouth. Give me a slapped in the mouth by mama. It was bitter. What? I know Capt Jerubbaal told me some stories, bro. I'm like, damn. I'm talking about what? Daddy was giving him them whoop whoop. You know? That's what I'm saying. But sometimes we need that, man. All right. I'm gonna tell you one quick story. Man, my daddy. Sometimes my little brother get in trouble all the damn time. He's bad as that. My daddy whipping his butt. And you know what? He'll just whoop. Hey, I'm gonna just whoop you on GP. I'm like, damn, what I do? But damn, you wasted some milk on the table this morning. I'm from the you gonna find a reason to give you a little whipping too. But just to give you a little, but you know what? And I love my dad, man. I needed that, man. All right, sometimes we need that fear instilled in us, man. Because a lot, man, we don't do that with our children how we used to, man. I fear my daddy, so man, I love my daddy, man. My daddy, an old ass man, and I still have when I see him, it's just this powerful presence, man. All right, you know, and my daddy was cool. He was cool as hell, man. But I know, hey, when he said something, man, everybody got to attention. All right, and that's how it should be with the Most High God and His Son Yahweh, man. All right, let's go back to Exodus chapter 12, and we're gonna start at verse 9.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 9. Eat not of it raw. You know, them ain't the people of this book, man. They still raw.
That's right. That's right. So you know they ain't talking about the so-called white man, because we know how they get down, man. They'll slap their steak on the they charred a little bit on that side, charred a little bit on that side, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, and they cutting that thing open, man. Blood just splashing all up out of there, man. All right. The Lord said, "Don't eat it raw." Read.
Eat not of it raw, nor sod it at all with water.
So, and don't boil this lamb. Not this lamb. You can do it some other time, but not this Passover lamb. All right, you don't boil it. Read.
But roast it with fire. His head with his legs, and with the purchase thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning.
Right. You don't let nothing remain of it in the morning. Read.
And that which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn with fire.
Yeah, the rest of the lamb, whatever's left over, you burn it with fire. Read.
And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded.
And you got to eat this lamb with your loins girded, man. All right. This is y'all that make when you partaking of the Passover. This is a ritual, man. Y'all have to understand that. Y'all are partaking of Christ, man, spiritually. All right. The Lord said, it says, "Thus shall eat it with your loins girded." That means your pants pulled up and your belt tight, man. It's time to go, man. All right. It's supposed to go down. Read.
Your shoes on your feet.
And have your shoes on your feet, man. Read.
And your staff in your hand.
And you're going to have your staff in your hand. Read.
And ye shall eat it in haste.
And you finna eat it in haste, man. We eat this in haste, man. Read.
It is the Lord's Passover.
It's the Lord's Passover, man. Let me get some. I ain't had this. Let me get Psalm chapter 119 and 59. Let me get this real quick. I made haste. Yeah, I didn't have that, but it was in the spirit. Hey, we eat this Passover lamb in haste, man. All right, and we finna get it. We finna get into this thing, man. All right, whoever get there.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways.
We have to be thinking on our ways coming into this new year, y'all. All right, this is a serious matter. Read.
I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
And you got to turn our feet into the Lord's testimony and stop fulfilling the lust of our nasty flesh, man. I mean, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, some of these brothers and sisters been in the truth, and new brothers and sisters, everybody, me, you, everybody, man. All right, read.
I made haste.
Read.
And delayed not.
And didn't delay. Read.
To keep thy commandments.
To keep the commandments, man. So we preparing our minds to go hard this year for the Lord, man. The Lord giving us a clean slate, wiping away all our sins, man. And every high holy day is like a refreshing. It's a recycle, man. New moon, all the Day of Atonement, it's all the same thing, man. And that's the love of the Lord for his people, man. All right. The Lord, King David said, I made haste and delayed not to keep the commandments, man. We have to turn our feet to the Lord's testimony. All right. Let's go back to Exodus, man. Let's go back to Exodus chapter 12 and read verse 11 one more time. And then let me get Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 12 verse 11 from the top. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand.
Staff in your hand.
And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's
Passover. It's the Lord's Passover, man. All right, it's the Lord's Passover. And y'all got to remember at this time, hey, we finna get, man, the Lord finna do this final plague to the Egyptians. After that, we got to get the hell up out of there, man. All right, and it's time for us to get the hell up out of this damn land of Babylon, man. All right, so we need to have our loins girded, man. All right, but let's get a precept. Let's go to Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6. And we're gonna start at verse 11. Let me get there real quick. All right. Well, whoever get that. Ephesians chapter 6. We're gonna start at verse 11, man.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God.
This is time we gotta be putting on our armor, y'all. Hey, this is sifting season, man. Hey, some of us ain't gonna be here next year. I'm gonna tell you this, around this time next year, some of y'all ain't gonna be in this truth. All right, read.
Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Hey, because the Satan is running rampant, man. He's running rampant, man. All right, and we need the protection of the commandments, man. We need the Lord's protection. We can't do it on our own, man. His brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, they damn mind bad, man. But keep reading, man.
Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places, man. And we're surrounded by this spiritual wickedness. We're surrounded by these Cardi B's and these damn sexy reds and brown B hoes and just, you know, all this just wickedness, man. We are in a land of darkness, man. We're surrounded by it. This is a very dangerous place, man. This is a very dangerous place. Our kids are being seduced by these things, and we gotta constantly fight, man. All right, a lot of us we getting faint-hearted in this truth, but man, we can't get weak, man. We can't get weak. We gotta keep fighting. Read
verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Read.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
So when I say have your loins girt, you gotta have your loins girt about with truth. And we all know what truth is. What's the precept for truth, real quick? Anybody?
Psalms 119.
Hold on. No. Don't say nothing, Glenn. Glenn, go ahead, Glenn. No. What is twin? 142. You close, but no cigar. So we know the truth is keeping the commandments. We gotta have our loins girt with truth, man, with the commandments, man. Read.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Have the breastplate of righteousness. What is righteousness? 625. It goes back to the commandments, man. You got to put your spiritual garments on, man. That's what was going on in the Passover. All right. At the beginning, when we was eating the lamb, we standing there, have everything girded and our staff in our hand, man. All right, that's going into the commandments, man. In being on point. But read.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel
and your
of peace.
Feet shod. Do you know what it means for your feet to be shod? I had to learn what shod means. It means to put your shoes on. When your shoes are on, your feet are shod. It's covered. They're shod. Okay, so you gotta have your feet shod with the gospel of truth, man. All right, we know the gospel is Isaiah 61. What's that? 61:1. All right, but we ain't gonna go there. All right, so we have to be ready in and out of season to spread this word to wake up the Israelites. But read
verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith.
What's faith? See, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, and that's why a lot of people don't understand, man. These scriptures, it has to be decoded, man. All right, what's faith? See that? Hebrews 11:1. Read.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Hey, because we got to keep our faith in this thing, man. We can't be faint-hearted, man. It seems like the Lord ain't with us, man, but the Lord with y'all, man. It seems like, damn, man, I done messed up so bad, man. The Lord ain't with me. Man, brothers and sisters, pick your damn head up, man. The Lord is with you, man. Lord is with y'all, and y'all keep fighting. Read.
So like verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit.
The helmet of salvation, that helmet on our head is going into Christ. That's our helmet of salvation. All right. I have a whole class on Ephesians 6, man. But keep reading.
Which is the word of God.
Which is the word right there. That's John 1:1. All right, read.
Verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the spirit.
In the spirit, read.
And watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
For all the saints, not all so-called white man, the Edomites, the Chinese, man. This is for the Israelites. This thing is for the Israelites. All right, and we have to keep watching, man. All right, it says that watching thereunto with all perseverance. All right, and supplication, man. All right, we have to do this thing with all due diligence. We have to diligently serve the Lord. Not lazily serve the Lord. I'm getting on me with that. Not lazily serving the Lord, man. Go ahead, read it.
You on 19?
Yeah, I'll get 19.
And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel.
To make known the mysteries of the gospel. And that's the thing. There's a mystery in this thing. All right. That's why I'm finna break down Exodus chapter 12 real quick, man. All right, giving y'all a more spiritual meaning to the to that chapter, man, and going into the Passover. All right, let's go back to Exodus chapter 12. I should have kept reading that last verse, I might as well, but go ahead and go to Exodus chapter 12.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast.
Both man and beast, man. All right, read.
And against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
I am the Lord. And man, and this is and Christ was that angel that came down and smote all the firstborn. All right. You can get that. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18. Yeah. Hey, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 17, 18. It's an in-depth breakdown on the Exodus, man. Hey, King Solomon went hard, man. All kind of nice details, man. Nice details. Like watching a movie, man. All right, let's get a quick precept. Oh, hold on. Keep reading that. Where you at?
Verse 13.
Yeah, read verse 13. Watch this.
Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
So when they see the blood, they're gonna pass over us, man. All right. When the spirit see the blood of that lamb, they're gonna pass over you. Read.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
Right.
When I smite the land of Egypt.
And when we smite the land of Egypt. All right, let's get a quick precept. Let's get Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3 real quick. All right. Let me get Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3. All right. It's just going into the Passover, all right? Revelation 7 and 3, whoever get there.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 3. Saying, hurt not.
You know what? Go jump up to verse 2.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God.
Having the seal of the living God, man. Read.
And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Because all hell is finna break loose, man. All right. This is the coming of the Messiah, man. All right. The beginning of our hell breaking loose. Read.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servant of our God in their foreheads.
Until they have sealed the servant of their God in their foreheads, man. Okay? And this seal is going into the Israelites that's keeping the commandments, man. All right? To those that are keeping the commandments, read verse 4.
Verse 4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So every tribe is going to be 144,000 men. This is not including the 1/3 of the army, man. All right. So the reason I brought this out the same way we put their blood over the door, we kept the commandment of the Lord. Okay. So when the angel flew by and said, okay, that house is sealed. That house is sealed. And I'm led to believe it was some Israelite, because we know how we are. I'm still an Egyptian, got an Egyptian state of mind. Niggas didn't put the blood over their door. And they firstborn died, man. I'm led to believe it, man. Man, the Lord always make an example out of somebody. All right? Always. All right? So that's a representation of that seal. We have to make sure we mark with the blood, man. All right? We have to make sure, and that seal in the mind that's on their foreheads, that's having the mind of an Israelite. You having the mind to keep the commandments. That's that seal. When the angels look at you, your damn head glowing because it's full of damn righteousness. That's that seal, man.
Precept that with that Ezekiel 9:4, how it's talking about the mark of the beast, and then on the other flip side of it, talking about the seal of God. So you can precept with that.
That's right. All praise to the Most High, man. So what's that precept?
Ezekiel 9:4.
Verse 4.
Right. So let's just keep that in mind. All right. Go ahead and read Exodus chapter 12 and 12 one more time. I'm gonna read 12 and 13 one more time.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 12.
Okay, because now that I showed y'all the seal in Revelation, I want y'all to try to relate this. All right, to Exodus 12. Okay, read that.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Read.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood,
and when the Lord see that seal of the blood of that lamb, read.
I will pass over you.
He's gonna pass over you, man. The Lord is not gonna destroy you. We have to get ready, man. We have to get ready. Read.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
See that? And we're gonna be plagued with this place. Gonna be plagued with thermonuclear missiles in a while, man. All right. I'm talking about so bad that it's gonna leave an imprint of it. Like your shadow. It's gonna be so bad. Your shadow is gonna have an imprint on the damn ground where your ass died. Your shadow is gonna have an imprint, man. Hey, man, that's something serious, man. That's crazy. All right, but read 15. What we at? 14?
We're the end of
okay, well, go ahead. Finish read 13. Slacky.
When I smite the land of Egypt,
and
this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations.
Throughout your generations, we supposed to be keeping this Passover, man, and getting our mind for this. This is a big deal, man. Like I said, we were waiting on New Year's, we getting our clothes ready, getting all our drugs and liquor ready, and we have our date ready, and we doing all these things in wickedness, man. All right, but now we see what it's all about, man. Let's go hard for the Most High. Read.
Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Forever. All right, read.
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses.
Hey, so right now, when you start toning it down as far as getting the leaven out of your houses, man, just get one loaf of bread at a time, y'all. Passover is right around the corner. All right. Make sure we have to examine our products. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more brothers and sisters gonna be doing more Passover classes, and we're gonna go into detail on the things we can and cannot have in our houses, man. All right, baking soda, some vinegar, certain things. But read.
For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
Hey, and y'all can try the Lord if you want to. Sure, I know a brother that brother kind of cheated on Passover, man. He kind of cheated, and I see the destruction, man. It's crazy, man. Y'all can try the Lord. A lot of brothers and sisters think they got game, man. They come up in here, they come to this truth, and they think they're gonna bring their game from the world into this truth. Hey, it ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. Your damn sob stories and all this, and it ain't gonna work, man. All right, man. This truth is spiritual. This is the truth. This is the real deal, man. All right, this is not the Christian church, man. All right, let's get a quick precept. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 5, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Yeah, man, we have to make sure that we're not leaning upon our own understanding in this truth, man. I'm gonna tell you, I had to grow, man. Man, I wasn't perfect when I first came to this truth. I had to grow, and I see every Passover it get harder and harder, y'all. It get harder and harder. I ain't gonna lie. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 5. All right, and we're gonna start at verse 6. Whoever there.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Hey, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump, man. We have to get this leaven out. This leaven is a representation of sin, man. Like I said, all the dirty things we done picked up throughout this year, we got to get ready to get rid of this stuff, man. Or we need to be getting rid of it now, actually. Read.
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump.
Yeah, because we want to be a new lump, man. We don't want to be that same dirty man or the same dirty sister. Read.
As ye are unleavened, for even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Read.
Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven.
Not with old leaven, man. All right. And I'll tell you, a lot of brothers and sisters is not supposed to be here for that long, man. Because they damn hard-headed, man. Hey, you really have to become a child all over again. You can't bring your damn fornications and your whoredoms into this truth, man. You just can't do it. We read.
Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
And sincerity and truth. Like that's a lot of a lot of slick ass people, man. I hear, man. All right, and they not really sincere. It's a lot of brothers and sisters walking around with fringes on. All right, but they just niggas out in the damn world, man. Really, and honestly. I'm still a nigga out in the world, and then they'll try to use scriptures to like I say, to fulfill the lust of their damn flesh, man. But it don't work like that. All right, read.
Verse 9. I wrote unto you in an epistle, not to company with fornicators.
Right. So sometimes we have to separate ourselves from certain individuals, man. So sometimes it is necessary to cut out some brothers and sisters, or just kind of bag up off of them, man. All right, especially when you see that they're not good for you. Read.
Verse 11. Verse 10. Yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world, or with the covetous, or extortioners, or with idolaters. For then must ye needs go out of the world. But now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner. With such a one, no, not to eat.
You see that? So we have to look at when we have to judge within, man. All right, I'm probably skipping ahead, but keep reading.
For what have I to do? For what have I to do to judge them also that are without?
Right, because man, we quick to judge people that's not in our circle, man. We read.
Do not ye judge them that are within?
And we have to judge them that are within, and we also have to judge within ourselves, man. We have to look inside, open this dirty ass flesh and look into our soul, our spirit. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying? We have to look into ourselves. All right.
Like even when you wake up in the morning, you just look at yourself in the mirror. Like physically, you don't feel filthy, but spiritually you feel filthy because you're like, man, I don't deserve this truth, man. All the stuff I done did. So that's always like a
Salaki, y'all. Satan cometh immediately, man. I'm talking about Satan cometh immediately. All right. But man, if the Lord for us, who can stop us, man? All right. Who gonna stop us, man? All right. Salaki, y'all. Satan disrupting the lives, man. All right. But we're gonna keep going. Where we at? 1 Corinthians? All right. 1 Corinthians, let's go back. 1 Corinthians chapter 5. And what we stopped at, like 10 or 13? At 12? Okay, yeah. Go ahead and read that, man. All right. Go ahead, bring it up. We start right around there. Okay. Let's get 11. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11 from the top. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner. With such a one, no, not to eat.
Hey, so we have to watch out for these type things. All right, read.
For what have I to do to judge them also that are without?
Because it's easy, like I said, to judge the people that's without your circle. All right, it's easy to do that. But read.
Do not ye judge them that are within?
Hey, you have to judge also the people that's within your circle, man. And definitely that goes into judging your damn self first and seeing what your flaws are, man. All right. And like I say, in opening up and taking a peek inside of yourself, take a peek inside your own mind and see where you be going out fit, man. All right. And make sure that we correcting ourselves. We have to judge within, man. Read.
Yeah, because I mean, just think about it like this. The Lord said to purge out the old leaven. And we know there's many scriptures saying you got to get the mote out of your eye before you can get it out of somebody else's. Guess what? We know we're going through our households and everything, trying to get it all in order. But the first thing we need to get in order is our damn self. Because it says a brother with a fornicator, covetous, idolater, railer. Guess what? You might be that person. Guess what? You might need to, guess what? Separate from your damn flesh.
Absolutely.
Guess what? Rebuke yourself, praying, fasting. Guess what? Doing everything that you can, being around like-minded brothers and sisters. Because guess what? A lot of us are drunkards, idolaters, fornicators, covetous, and extortioners. Guess what? You shouldn't be wanting to eat of none of those type of philosophies or none of that leaven, right?
That's right.
But that's it.
Our praise, you made a great point, because that might be you. Because I know in some of it, man, I mean, I'm up here literally cutting myself, man. And the scriptures, they supposed to cut you, man. All right? The scriptures are supposed to cut you. All right? Because they correct you. They show you where you're going off. If you're doing these things and any of them things, you know, you kind of feeling some kind of way, hey, man, you might need to check that, man. All right? And that ain't just for you or me. That's for everybody, man. Shoot. All right. Do we read 13? Yeah, go ahead and read 13.
Verse 13. But them that are without, God judgeth. Therefore, put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
Hey, sometimes we have to put away wicked people, man. Sometimes we have to that's part of getting the leaven out, man. Getting wickedness out, man. All right? Getting wickedness out of yourself. Getting wickedness out of your household. And getting wickedness out of the congregation, man. All right? Just straight up and down, man. Straight up and down, man. All right? Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. Yeah, we almost done.
Man, this stuff. Because even think about it, man. On the spiritual note, guess what? We know we make up the house of the Lord. Guess what? The Lord purging out living in his household too.
That's right.
Guess what? We know the Lord got to seal off his elect, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what? Every year coming around the Passover, guess what? He's taking people out. People that he knows, hey, that's a fornicator. Guess what? That's a railer. That's a drunkard. I got to get that leaven out of there. Because guess what? That little leaven in that congregation going to leaven the whole congregation. That little leaven in that brother, guess what? Going to mess up a whole lot of brothers' lives or a whole lot of sister lives. This damn fornicator right here is going to sleep with almost all the sisters in the congregation. I got to get them out of here. And vice versa with the sisters. Guess what? Just think about the Lord. If you clearing out the leaven in your house, guess what? The Lord is doing it times 1,000. So if you need something gone at your life, guess what? Best believe the Lord will do it. But guess what? You better, hey, make sure them prayers right, because you ask him to get rid of that leaven and he get rid of your ass. That's guess right. What? Hey, that's some self-examination for yourself right there. But that's it.
Praise. Hey, let's get first. You got something, bro?
Because I mean, like even like with the fornication and being a drunkard and all that, that's not only like on the physical aspect, but you can be doing that on the spiritual aspect, being drunk with different winds of
Salaki, y'all. Satan coming to meet again. Everything dying on us. Hey, let me get a quick precept. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 17. Go ahead and break that down one, y'all. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 17, man. Going into cleaning up Israel, man. And purging out the leaven, man. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Meaning, hey, it got to start with us, man, because, the Most High God, he expect more from us because he gave us his laws. He didn't give no other nation his laws, so we got to start with us, man. But go ahead.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Because, of course, like the heathen, they ain't finna keep the commandments. So that's talking about like how all Israel ain't Israel. So those that's Israelites by blood, hey, if they ain't keeping the commandments, they in, because it said your righteousness got to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. And then, the scribes and Pharisees, they did, somewhat right for the Most High God, but at the same time, they were still hypocrites. But those that ain't even trying to lift up
They said that how the sisters read the.
He had like read like Susanna or something. Girl chapter.
The women's book.
Okay. Hey,
It's back on.
No, I hit it.
It's back on. I can see.
Oh, so we already on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's already on. Salakia family, man. I'm talking about Satan is running rampant right now. Hey, we finna finish this class, man. That's right, man. Because the spirit do want us just to say, hey, forget class, man. But no, all right. We finna finish this class out, man. All right, we finna finish this class out. Read that 1 Peter chapter 1 in verse 17. Yeah, what's that? 1 Peter what? 4 and 17. 1 Peter 4 and 17. Salakia. Because look, we gotta purge the leaven out, man. Gotta purge the leaven out because the Lord gonna purge your ass out if we don't get it right. All right, go ahead and bring it out.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 17.
For
the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
It must begin with the Israelites. Read.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel
you see
of
that?
God?
Because a lot of us, we talking about Israelites, yeah, we're gonna get Esau now. The Lord gonna get your ass, right? The Lord gonna get you first. All right. Keep that in mind. The Lord is not playing with the Israelites. Read. That's it on that.
No.
Read.
Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved,
where
shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
And where is the ungodly and the sinner going to appear? So, hey, we have to make sure we knocking out that old man coming into this Passover, man. We have to get rid of these damn demons, man, that we all dealing with. We all dealing with something. You say you ain't dealing with nothing, you a damn lie. Man. Everybody is dealing with some stuff right now. Try not to curse. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Man, let's go to 1 John. I just read this yesterday with my wife. I don't know what made me read 1 John, but it was late. I was sleepy. I already done read my chapter, and I'm finna get ready to go to sleep. And she was, can you read with me?
That's good.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
But
6 come quick. But I was like, you know what? Cool, come on. Baby sleep. I was like, so we read 1 John. But this is tough, man. 1 John chapter 1, and let's go at verse. Let's go to 8. We get to the point.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 1 and verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves.
Because guess what, man? Coming into the Passover, a lot of brothers say, "Oh, the leaven already gone. My house cleared, everything good. I'm ready. I'm already three weeks ahead." And guess what? You might have one of the meanest demons on you, but guess what? Your house clean. Right. Look at Stanley Grass, right? But guess what? You got a bad demon in you. Might not have no leaven at your household, but guess what? You personally, you got a lot of leaven in you, man. But it said that any of y'all confess, you say, I don't have no sin, because we know Christians love to say, I'm saved by the blood. I don't have no more sins. Guess what? We know they some damn lies, right? But watch this read.
And the truth is not in us.
Guess what? You have no truth, and you have no laws, no statutes, no commandment. And guess what? More importantly, you don't even have Christ in you. So guess what? When he come around and he looking on the doorpost and you without, you dead. Read on.
If we confess our sins,
guess what? We got to confess these things, man. Guess what? That's the first part of repentance. Getting that old leaven, getting that old man off, right? That I was going into. You got to confess these things, knowing that, hey, I'm a whoremonger. I need to fix myself at the beginning of this year. Right. Guess what? I've been lazy, been slothful this year. Guess what? Lord, pick me up. Guess what? Lord, I've been hard on my wife. Well, Lord, I've been annoying to my husband. Let me fix it this year. Yeah. Let me get better with my God. And more important, let me get better with all these things, right? If we confess these things, right? Read.
He is faithful.
He is who?
He is faithful.
Guess what, man? That's probably the best thing that the Lord given to us is his faithfulness, man. Because a lot of us ain't faithful to one another. We damn sure ain't faithful to our God all the time. But he said, if you just confess your sins, I'm faithful to you, right? Read.
And just to forgive us our sins.
He said, our sins. Man, that's tough. Read, dog.
And to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
That's right, man. Read verse 10.
If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar.
So guess what, brothers and sisters that say you ain't got no leaven, guess what? You lying to God. Guess what? You making God a damn lie. And will we want to make God a lie? Hell no, man. God forbid. So guess what, brothers and sisters, better guess what? To the very time that damn sun drop on the 8th, man. And guess what? On the 22nd, when the Passover coming, y'all better be getting about every ounce of leaven that you possibly can, man. But read on, huh?
And his word it's not in us.
Hey, guess what, man? We know his word is Christ, man. If you call God a lie, guess what you're calling his son is too. But that's it.
And I'm telling you, man, because you gotta have to be willing to confess your faults, man. Sometimes we gotta kind of force it out of brothers and sisters, man. Kind of gotta force it out of them. You know, kind of gotta pin them down, you know, kind of interrogate them until they, all right, I did it, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's some brothers and sisters, you know, you talking to them and they just, you know, what do I ain't cut the bullshit, man. Cut the bullshit because we can see straight through it, man. That's the thing, man. That's why I started out this class with 1 Corinthians chapter 2, man. All right. The things of God are spiritual, man. All right, and the spiritual men and women, we should be able to see spiritual things, man. We can see through the bullshit. All right. So even I kind of want to get Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. Let's get Hebrews 4 and 12 real quick, y'all, because we at the end of the class. But let's get Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12 real quick.
Like even on that verse 10, he said, we make him alive. We know it's impossible for the Most High God to lie, man.
That's right.
So that's you leaning on your own understanding. Tell me you ain't got no fault, man. Like, hey, now, man, on God's green earth, especially us Israelites say that we ain't got no sin, man. We got some type of sin, man. Because, like, that's why even Paul, he said, I died daily. Why you think he said that? Because he had some type of sin he was dealing with, whether it being lust or whether it being like having a murderous spirit and all type of things. But we know Paul, you know, from what he was first doing, killing his own people, from, like, you know, doing the works of the Most High God, hey, that's a big step. But, you know, the Most High God, he just wants you to strive to be perfect, man, so you can make it into the kingdom. Because he know that we're dealing with this flesh. Because even Christ himself dealt with his flesh. But at the end of the day, he didn't do no sin.
That's right. We got Hebrews 4 and 12. Our praises, right? We got Hebrews 4 and 12.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword.
Man, there's no weapon. The Lord blessed Esau with a physical sword and guns and bombs and stuff like that. But he blessed us with this weapon right here. This is sharper than any bomb or damn Tech-9 or whatever kind of weapon that you come up with. This Bible is going to kill it, man. All right. That's what the Israelites are blessed with. That's our weapon. But read.
Piercing even to the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit.
Right. It splits down to the soul and the spirit. Read.
And of the joints and the marrow.
It gets all in your bones, man. This word get all in your bones, man. Have you quivering. Read.
And is the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
That's the point. It is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of heart. The more you get built up in these scriptures, the more ain't nobody could just come up to you and just tell you any damn thing. You see straight through that shit. You see straight through it. You see straight, and they coming down the jive turkey game. You know, the jive turkey game, man. It is, man, look, I'm talking about, man, people think they got game. They coming in here with that worldly ass game and think they fooling some damn body, man. Hey, we have to knock out this old man. There's some brothers and some sisters that ain't gonna be here next year. And I'm just trying to make sure me and my family tight, and I'm trying to make sure that the congregation tight too. All right, but we have to start with ourselves, man. All right, it says and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. The Lord know your thoughts, man. No matter how, you know, smooth talk brothers. All right, as brothers and sisters, man, we gotta get it together. It's stuff I know what I need to work on for damn sure. All right, you know, the Lord kind of pressing me, man. You know what I'm saying? And we should all feel that pressure, man. If you don't feel no pressure, man, you ain't even in the truth. A lot of people think they're in the truth, but they not. All right. They come to class and everything. All right. I'm just saying, it's brothers that be at camp that ain't really in the truth. All right. It's all for vain glory, man. All right.
You in the spirit, I wanted to say this earlier, because even think about it, them rebellious spirits that we got now. Oh, I don't got sin. I don't got no leaven. Guess what? Your spirit might have been the same spirit back then in the wilderness. Guess what? You followed the people out of Egypt. This way as to get out of Egypt and complain about it. Guess what? You know you want to come out the world, but you complain about everything you got to get rid of. Damn, why I got to get rid of being a hoe? Why I got to get rid of being just a nigga? Right. Why I got to get rid of this? Nigga, I like this bread. This bread cost $3.79. Why I have to get rid of this girl? My wife cool with him. Why I got to get rid of him? Oh, guess what? This brother cool with me. Shoot, I ain't got to do nothing with him. Just give a little something. He let me stay with him. Guess what? All these things, man. Guess what? Your spirit might be that same spirit that was one of them folks that died in the wilderness. So, hey, the Lord giving you another chance to fight that old man. And guess what? That old man been coming for a long time.
So hey, the Lord gotta have a 2/3. And just because you're in the truth and got on fringes does not mean you're gonna be saved. And that's it.
Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. All praises.
That is for real though, because like you gotta think of, like even how I just brought out, like you one of those spirits that were one of those Israelites that got killed in the wilderness, and you know the Most High God said, you know what, I got grace on you, I'm gonna bring you back, you know, the 3rd or 4th generation. But hey, it's the last captivity though. So hey, we gotta get it together, man.
Hey, I can't lie. This is the last captivity, and I don't think we're gonna be having too many regenerations, man. Hey, a lot of us, this is our last regeneration. This is our last time coming back on this earth, man. And we got to get it together, man. Straight up. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 6. In verse 14.
Already too.
Right. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Hey, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers, y'all. Because there's some brothers and sisters that do not believe in this truth, man. They damn niggas and nigga women in this truth. Read.
For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
Read.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
What communion have light with darkness, man? Hey, so part of this Passover is separating and you know, backing off certain people, man. All right. You got to back out certain people, man. Certain family members. You know what I'm saying? All right. Read verse. Keep reading that.
Verse 15. In what concord had Hamashiach with Belial?
Or
what part had he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement had the temple of God with idols?
That's right, because it don't mix, man. People still bringing Christianity up in here. Read.
For ye are the temple of the living God. As God had said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
Read.
Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate.
And be ye separate, man. All right. So we have to purge out that leaven and we have to separate from wicked people, man. All right. I'm talking about in the even that wicked person that's within you, man. All right. We have to examine ourselves. Read.
Saith the Lord. And touch not the unclean thing. And I will receive
and I will receive you. Like I said, there's a lot of people they still out in this damn world and they got that damn nigga mentality, man. All right. And they got to shake it. And that nigga woman mentality, it go both ways, man. And you know, we gotta shake that thing, man. I gotta shake that thing, man. All right, we all purging out that leaven constantly. All right. Let's go to Exodus. Let's go back to Exodus. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 16. Let's say we got about another 15 minutes worth of teaching, man. Exodus chapter 12. So I say. Exodus chapter 12, verse 16.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 16. And then the first day, there shall be an holy convocation.
And the first day of the Passover is a holy convocation. You're supposed to gather with your people, man. All right, it's a lot of individual lights. They're gonna be destroyed in a little minute, man. All right, read.
And in the 7th day, there shall be an holy convocation.
And on the 7th day, the last day of the Passover, it's another holy convocation. Read.
No manner of work shall be done in them.
Right, and it's just the whole man. We partying, man. I mean, convocation might sound like some uppity stiff word. No, we finna kick it. We finna get together with each other and have fun, man. All right. The Lord, every new moon, we supposed to be congregating with each other, man. All right. We might piss each other off a little bit, but still, the Lord, this is a commandment. And if you're not keeping it, the Lord will sift you out. He will, man. All right, read.
Say that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Read.
And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt.
Because that's when the Lord brought our armies, man. And we are a rising army, man. All right. We are a mighty army. And man, we got these nations shook right now. We out on every street corner, you know, rebuking the hell out of these damn heathen, man. All right, and we everywhere. And we literally everywhere. You can't miss us on YouTube and social media. All right, everybody knows about the Israelites. Everybody knows that the Israelites are black, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. President Putin just came out, a so-called white man with power, man, came out just, hey, America, y'all had the Israelites, and basically that's a psychological war tactic. Yeah, y'all got the Israelites, and y'all had the Israelites in slavery. Really, all the nations had us in slavery, but not like here in Babylon. All right. Showing y'all got the Israelites. Look, Jesus is black, and he's showing out the paper. Moses is black America. And even Putin, Putin even say, he say, nah, it ain't got nothing against y'all. It's against them. You see what I'm saying?
Modern day Hitler.
Right. It ain't, I got something against them, man. In fact, Putin say, I'm not gonna bow down to that white guy. In fact, now America has in the world has explained where did this white man with these blue eyes and this blonde hair come from? All right, now they have to, Putin lifted, well, ultimately the Most High is lifted up the skirt of Babylon, man, and it's showing her nakedness, man. All right. Anyways, let's get back to what we're at. Exodus 12.
Yeah.
Where we at?
17.
Okay, go ahead and read Exodus 12 and 17. Slacky.
Therefore, shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. At the first month, on the 14th day of the month at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening.
So we should be eating unleavened bread every day. This is a piece, man. Read. 7
days shall there be no leaven found in your house.
You need to clean your house and your spiritual house, your body and your temple, man. All right, you gotta purge out all that sin, the nastiness we do on our phones and whatever the hell y'all got going on, man. Hey, it's time to clean that up, man. It's time to clean it up. That's the grace of the Most High, man. He know it's tough down here, man, and that's why he give you chance after chance, man. But he only gonna give you so many chances, Reed.
For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation.
Hey, and what I'm saying is some brothers and sisters that's gonna be cut off. Hey, they think it's a joke. Read.
Whether he be a stranger or born in the land.
Okay, and that's speaking of the Israelites from other tribes in your land. But keep reading. We're gonna read down to 22.
Verse 20. Ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread.
Unleavened bread, y'all. All right. The leaven is going into sin. We purging out the sin. That's what we're supposed to be getting our mind ready. Read.
Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover.
And kill the Passover, man. And Christ is our Passover, man. All right. Christ is our Passover, man. Christ is he's our clean slate, man. All right. Our praises to the Most High, man, for giving his son for us, man. And our praises to Yahweh Shai for going through with it, man. All right. Him loving his father enough to be obedient to his father, but then just him loving his people like that. Man, who y'all know that actually die for one another like that? All right. I know there's some brothers and sisters that really will do that thing, but in most cases, I'm gonna tell y'all, when Jacob's trouble comes, a lot of brothers gonna bug out and they're gonna sell out, man. That's why we have to get built up spiritually, man. All right, we keep reading.
Verse 22.
And
ye shall take a bunch of hyssop.
And you take hyssop. Y'all know what hyssop is, like that purple flower. I had it on a laptop, but it's down there now because Satan kept making my laptop bug out. But it's like a hyssop is this flower. All right, it's a herb, all right, that you use. And hyssop is used for healing. All right, it's used for healing. It's used you take a bath in it. All right, it has a lot of medicinal purposes, man. All right, read.
And dip it in the blood.
So you take this hyssop and you dip it in the blood. Read.
That is in the basin. And strike it. Strike the linen or lintel. And the two sides post with the blood.
Right. So you take the hyssop, you dip it. All right, and you're gonna strike the left and the right post of your house with this hyssop. All right, and this is the blood of a lamb. Like we know, blood is used for the atonement. The blood of animals are used for atonement. All right, it's used for purification, for cleansing. All right, you gotta think. Not only got the blood, but you got the hyssop. It's also used for cleaning, man. All right, read that verse over.
Verse 22 from the top.
Read that.
And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin.
All right, and those two side posts, just in the spirit led to believe, I can get some deeper understanding. Hey, anytime you think about the number 2, what do y'all think about when y'all think about the number 2 in the scriptures? Talking about 2. 2 is better than 1. That's a great precept. But northern and southern kingdom. All right, northern and 2 is better than 1. All right, for all of us to be together, man. Two kingdoms put back together, man. All right. So you take this hyssop, which is a cleaning agent, you dip it in the blood, which is also used for purification, and you straight the two side posts of the house, man. Read.
And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning.
And you stay in that house. Don't you leave that damn house, man, or off with your head, man. That's why I say, y'all brothers, y'all keep sticking your and sisters keep sticking your head out that door like the Lord won't chop it off, man. Y'all have to stay within the commandment. All right, y'all have to stay in the protection of your house, man. Read.
For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over their door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
And the destroyer is going into Christ. All right, let's get these last 2-3 precepts real quick. Let's go. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 31. What you got up? Romans what? Go ahead, bring it out. Romans 5 and what? 6. Romans 5 and 6. We're gonna bring out Romans 5 and 6.
Yeah, man, just to kind of let me back off what he was saying and even think about Christ's duty, like even what he did for us now. Guess what? We know back then during the time of Exodus, it was an actual lamb. And guess what? Now, during this time of our second Exodus going into is Christ. Watch it. When you get there, I'll go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 5 and verse 6. For when we were yet without strength.
Because guess what? When we was our strength, guess what? We know the laws and the commandments are our strength, right? Read.
In due time, Christ died for the ungodly.
Because guess what? Christ did die for all of us. Because prior to this, guess what? We were all in sin. We were all wicked. We was all in this world. And guess what? Christ died, gave us the opportunity to come into this truth, learn who we are, and keep the commandments, right? Read it.
For scarcely for a righteous man will one die.
And that's even what Ak was saying, man. It says scarcely for a righteous man one gonna die. Guess what? A lot of us look like, hell no, I wouldn't die for that nigga. Hell no. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Not me. Somebody else can do it. But guess what? You got a lot of people, well, I would have, or I could have. We got a lot of woulda, coulda people, right? Read.
Yet peradventure, for a good man, some would even dare to die.
Guess what? He said, well, let's just think about it. Even for a good man, some would even dare. Nigga, die for him?
Right.
That's like, not for you. Not for one of my brothers in this truth. He crazy. He died for himself. But think about Christ, man. Christ didn't even, Christ, even when he was getting persecuted by the elders, he said, forgive them for they don't know what they do. Guess what? Christ did a marvelous work, man. Well, even our praise to the Most High God, that even allowed it, right? But watch this read.
But God commended his love towards us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us.
That's right, man. Now watch this, verse 9.
Much more then, being now justified by his blood.
Because that's what this whole thing comes down to, man. Being justified by his blood, knowing that we have that grace now to repent, come back to him, get rid of that old man or old woman before Hamashiach make his second return, right? Read.
We shall be saved from wrath through him.
Because guess what? How you was reading in Exodus, when you put that blood on the door, and guess what? He said when that Almighty, when he come down, he come kill, he see that blood on the door, he gonna pass by it. So guess what? Through the blood of Hamashiach Yahushua, when that day come and them thermonuclear missiles is hidden, guess what? Through him and through by keeping his commandments. That's how we get saved through that wrath, man. That's it.
Praises, brother. That was a great landing back right there. All right, let me get Romans. That's a great one. Actually, I need to write it down. Let's get Romans chapter 12, verse 1, and somebody else get me 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 31. I'm gonna get the 1 Corinthians first. 1 Corinthians 15 to 31. Whoever get that one first. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 15, 31. Yeah. I'm gonna get that first.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 31.
Bring it out.
I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in Christ.
Okay, so we supposed to rejoice that we have Christ as our Passover. Read.
Our Lord, I die daily.
I what?
I die daily.
And every day we supposed to be killing out that old man and putting that old man off, man. I die daily. All right. I rejoice in dying daily, man. Putting out this old man. All right, let me get Romans 12 and 1.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Bring it up.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Hey, and that's part of dying day, to present your body as a living sacrifice coming up out of this world, because that is a mighty sacrifice. It's hard for us coming up out of this world, man. You know, we being bombarded by the things of this world daily, man. All right, and we have to sacrifice those things that we used to like to do, that we used to feed our flesh with. We have to sacrifice those things, man. All right. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, man. All right, and rejoicing in that. Read.
Holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service.
And that's what's acceptable to God. You going through it, you giving up the ways of this world, man. And that's what's acceptable to the Most High God. All right, read verse 2.
Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of God.
And what is the will of God? Psalms 48. All right, we got 2 more precepts. Look at Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. Okay, well, go ahead. You got a precept? Go ahead.
Let me get 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16. That's another being renewed, dying daily precept.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish.
Because this outward man, this always gonna perish, man. It's gonna go back to the ground even when you die. But even how the previous precept was saying, I died daily. You always kept off that old man. Eventually it's gonna perish. But go ahead.
Yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
It is what?
Yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
But that spiritual man, each time you wake up, you open your eyes, most I gotta let you see another day, you're gonna be renewed, man. Each day we're supposed to try to get better and better, not worse and worse, or try to stay on that same level, man. We gotta upgrade from the stuff that we once learned. But that shit.
Con, that's a great precept, right? Let's get Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. You want to read all the way down to 32, man? I'm gonna get ready to wrap this thing up, man. Yeah, Ephesians chapter 4 and verse number 22.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Yeah, we got to put off that old man, even how we speak, man. All right, read.
Which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
So we have to be renewed in the spirit of our mind coming into this Passover, y'all. Hey, we have to get our minds right, man. Let's be a better Israelite this year than we was last year. Read.
And that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness.
In true holiness, man. Like I said, there's a lot of brothers and sisters walking around with fridges on, but you ain't in true holiness, man. All right, you ain't in true holiness. All right, we have to be diligent about this thing. All right, read.
Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor.
Yeah, speak every man truth with his neighbor, man. So sometimes we got to tell our neighbors the truth, man. All right, we gotta be real with each other, man. We gotta keep our house clean, man. All right, we can't let BS slide, man. All right, we have to. Hey, we are preparing for war, man. This is spiritual warfare, though. All right, we are preparing. We are building up our nation, man. All right, we are a nation growing within a nation, man. And the damn Esau is bugging out right now, man. These Israelites are realizing that they their own people, man. All right, this place is about to explode, man. All right, read.
For we are members one of another.
Yeah, man, we members one of another, man. We all family. We all need each other, man. So we got to keep that in mind. No matter how mad we make each other, man, we got to kind of get over this thing. Read.
Be ye angry, and sin
Be
not.
ye angry and make sure we do not sin. All right, it's all right to be angry, but make sure we don't sin. We have to understand that our people are sick, man. And our people, our people bug off and they piss you out, but they sick. They in the midst of the valley of the shadow of death, and they being bombarded with all this niggerdom, man. So we have to keep that in mind. Read.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Don't let the sun go down on your wrath, man. All right. So just make sure it's all right to be a little mad, but just make sure you ain't got hate. You don't hate your brothers and your sisters, man, because that's the same as murder. All right. You get sifted out for that. Read.
Even with your own, family members, your siblings and stuff, or your husband and wife. Hey, y'all can be mad as y'all want, but at the end of the day, y'all better drop it, man. Because the Most High God say, hey, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. A lot of times we all, tend to break that at times. But hey, we gotta go to the Most High God and pray on those things and fast on those things, man. Because it'll be all right. But go.
Yeah, we got to pray. We got to fast on those things. We have to examine ourselves. Where did I go wrong and what should I have done? Everybody play your damn role, man. Y'all stop playing the damn games, man. Everybody play their role. All right, everybody play. I guarantee if you play your role, things will be a lot smoother and things will be a lot better, man. All right, we can't hold on to the ways of this world, man. We just can't do it. And this go both ways, man. Men and women, man.
You said something tough.
All right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times when brothers and sisters get into arguments, or brothers sisters on sisters, the person who feels like they're right, they're waiting for an apology. They're counting up all the ways how they were right about the situation. But a lot of times, brothers and sisters don't look back and be like, well, what could I have done to even prevent this argument?
That's right.
Or prevent this situation? Guess what? Could I have just shut it up and not said nothing back? Could I have just said something that was more in the spirit? Guess what? Should I have said some softer words? Should I have not even said nothing at all?
That's right.
And a lot of times, a lot of brothers and sisters look for, oh yeah, you come say you sorry. Instead of, guess what? You going up and being like, hey, my bad. That's not even our character. Guess what? That's not what we do as a nation of people. But a lot of times people don't even look for that. They want to be angry. They ain't gonna sin, but they gonna want you to, hey, I need you to come bow to me. Yeah, you wrong, so you gonna come bow to me. Guess what? No, y'all both wrong, man.
Right.
Because we shouldn't even be arguing.
Right, because we want to let the Most High be right in all things. Right. So I'm just saying. So if we have all contentions are supposed to be handled through the scriptures and dispelled through the scriptures. So hey, if we bring it out, Jerubbaal used to tell me all the time, him and Maccabees, they'll be right and they'll be getting into it. And they say, they'll pull over somewhere and they'll pull out the scriptures. And you know what? They had to hold the hell down. Just dang. What the scripture say? Humble the hell down, man. Straight up. All right.
Just like how that Job say, how forcible are right words.
Right.
Like somewhere down the line, one of y'all, well, both of y'all had some type of wrong, man. And they'll come together. Matthew 18 and 15, that goes for everybody. Husband, woman, child, man. All of us, man. That's it. All
right. Let's finish this out. Where we at? Ephesians chapter 4 and where we at? At 28. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 28. Go ahead, bring it up. Ephesians 4 and 28.
Verse 28. Let him that stole steal no more.
If you've been stealing, steal no more. What you got? What you got, Brother Ocean? 27. Oh, read 27. Yeah, all praises. Thank you, Brother Ocean.
Verse 27.
It's the best part right there.
Neither give place to the devil.
Because that's when you give place to the devil, man. All right, because Satan looking for any way to get in there, man. So we gotta all have our spiritual armor on. We all gotta do our part, man. All right, we all gotta do our part. Okay, because we can't do this on our own, man. The husband can't do it on his own. The wife can't do it on her own. The children can't do it on their own, man. Everybody has a role to play, and make sure that you playing that role, man. And if you are playing that role, because Satan is looking for that weak link, and once he get in there, all hell break like a damn virus. All hell break loose, and it runs throughout the whole damn family, man. So everybody got to be playing a role, and on top of that stuff, we can't give place to the devil, man. All right, well, go ahead and read 28.
Verse 28. Let him that stole steal no more.
You that steal, don't steal no more. We're coming to the Passover with a new man. Read.
But rather, let him labor, working with his hands, the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needed.
Read.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth.
Hey, we gotta watch out. I'm trying to clean up with my cussing a little bit, man. Read.
But that which is good, to the use of edifying.
Right, because we're here to edify our brothers and our sisters, man. All right, so we got to be careful because we will be judged by every idle word. Read.
That they may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God.
Hey, now I'll stop tempting the Lord. In fact, that's what our law going into tonight. Read.
Whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption.
Hold on, you are what?
Ye are sealed.
Ye are sealed. All right. And let's going back to what's that? Exodus chapter 12, and then we brought with that Revelation chapter 7. All right, y'all want to make sure y'all got that seal on y'all forehead, man. All right, being sealed with righteousness. Read.
Ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you.
Hey, going into this Passover. Read.
With all malice.
With all malice. Read the last verse right here.
And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, have forgiven you.
Because think about all the nasty, dirty stuff you done did in the dark this year, man. And how the Christ is he's forgetting the Most High forgive you, man. So we have to forgive one another, man. Come on now. All right. Now I sound like y'all cold. Come on now. All right. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, last precept, 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 13 is one of my favorite precepts. I don't have a favorite precept. It's just too many good things in the whole book, man. All right. But 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. 2 Corinthians, Salakia, chapter 13 and verse 5. Last precept, y'all. And then we're gonna get this lock.
I mean, you gotta think about it. If y'all still in this truth, the Most High God, He forgave you, man, and His Son Yahweh. So I mean, He give you a whole other, chance to repent, man, and do it right this year, man.
What Minnie Mouse just ran out? Hey, y'all, Minnie Mouse is running rampant in the building, so y'all have to excuse us.
He went to go purge himself.
Yeah. Minnie with the go. We got Minnie and Mickey Mouse running around here. All right. Anyway, yeah, man, my wife almost climbed up the damn wall, man. All right. Hey, 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, man. We get up out of here, man.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith.
So we have to examine ourselves in this truth. Before we go into this Passover, we're supposed to be examining ourselves before we go into this new year. We're supposed to be looking with it like, damn, what dirty stuff I need to let go, man. We know that what we did with. Read.
Prove your own self.
You gotta prove your own damn self, man. All right. You gotta prove yourself, man. You need your brothers and sisters to kind of get up on you, to get on you a little bit, but sometimes you gotta get on yourself, man. All right, read.
Salaki. How that Hamashiach Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobate.
Except you be a damn reprobate, man. And I see in the spirit reprobate. It scares me because even within myself, I'm thinking, am I a reprobate? Am I harping on the same? Am I constantly trying to figure out how I'm gonna get another wife? Constantly, that's all I'm worried about is trying to find that's all I'm about, precepts on how I can get another wife. I'm gonna cut the captives up. And I see them, they can't tell me nothing, man. All right, or trying to find precepts how to continue to damn sleep with different women, man. All right, and then come in and act like, come on, man. Hey, man, we look, especially in the Battle Axes, man. Hey, we growing and we ain't playing the damn games, man. And I ain't been officer that long, and I'm already wore out with just some of the stuff that we deal with, man. Hey, leadership is hard, not just leadership, but it's soldiers and sisters, man. Y'all are leaders too, man. Y'all are leaders too, man. All right, this is a collective work that we're doing, man. Everybody's important, man. Everybody's important, and we have to be there for one another, man. So examine yourselves, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the class. Satan came and interrupted a whole bunch of time, had the electronics bugging out, man. And I'm glad that y'all hung in there, man. I'm glad y'all hung in there. Y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Help us to push this truth around the four corners of the earth. All right. Y'all make sure y'all pay y'all alms. Y'all get ready for Passover, man. All right, make sure y'all paying y'all damn alms, man. All right, give what you can, man. All right, give what you can. Y'all got something? Any other announcements?
Yeah.
What you got?
Make sure y'all getting in your Passover fees.
Yeah.
Passover shirts. I know Sister Hanaya, this will be her last week doing the shirts that we used to go to camp, or we're gonna wear under our garments. Of course, my wife's was last week, but if you haven't paid the balance off, pay the balance off. New moon, April 8th, this weekend, this Sunday, correct?
Yeah.
It's this Sunday. Supposed to be a solar eclipse. Don't be dismayed by it. Don't make that excuse of not to come to new moon and celebrate. Right. And I think that's it. Yeah, just the new moon coming up.
All praises. Yeah, thank you. That was good. That was good. You brought that out. Slipped my mind. All right. Let's get the law. So the Battle Axes, at the end of every class, we bring out a law. All right. We're gonna read Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 15, man. Deuteronomy 6, we're gonna read 16 through 8. We're gonna read Deuteronomy chapter 6, 15 through 18. All right. Sorry, let me get there. Macaroni and chicken strips. That was me hungry. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
And me and my wife watched that about 30 times last night. All right. Macaroni and chicken strips. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 6, man. Chapter 6, and we are going to start at verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, and verse 15. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God.
Yeah, the Lord is jealous, man. Read.
Lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee and destroy thee from out the face of the earth.
Hey, man, these things, man, the Lord used scare tactics, man, but he'll really do it. He's not just talking mess, man. He'll do it. Read.
Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God as ye tempt him and master.
Read.
Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God and his testimonies and his statutes, which he had commanded thee.
Right. So be ready to keep all the commandments, but this Passover, this major high holiday is coming up. Read.
And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go and possess the good land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers. All
praise to the Most High. So that's the law of the day. With that, we're gonna say Shalom. Hit that button, twin. Shalom, shalom, family. Y'all have a good evening.
Get that living at y'all heart, man.
Right. Got it.